What is going on, guys? We are back playing some more Surviving with Immersive Engineering. Now today, guys, we're finally going to be finishing this huge build that we've been working on. It's going on 4 episodes now, I think, and I'm really excited to see the finished product, and I know a lot of you guys have said in the comments that you are too, so we're not going to put it off any longer. We're going to finish hooking all of this stuff up and finally see how it functions as one whole thing. So, I do want to cover a couple things before we jump into it, but we're probably going to have a little bit of a longer episode today because there's a lot to take care of. So, first things first, this might be the only video this week, and I do apologize for that, but I have exams this week. I got a big chemistry exam, so gonna use a lot of time to study. I hope you guys don't mind too much, but along with that, I wanted to say that I did make some changes to this system over here, and it is now working a lot better. You can see that all the creepers are going where they need to go, and actually quite fast too. So one thing from the old system that seemed to be a little bit of an issue was that I had a lot of redstone stuff running along here, and it seemed to be that having a block here and redstone like stuff kind of blocking this area right here was making it so the creepers weren't like finding an area to run to. But now that there's this huge open area right here, the creepers immediately just try and run this way to get away from the cat. So that's one change that I made. Along with that, I opened up behind the villager. I don't know really why I thought to do this, but I just thought it might help a little bit, and it seems that the zombies are detecting him a lot better. It is not 100% that the zombies will detect him because, as you might see when they come down here, they do take a little bit longer to kind of start going after him, and there's maybe like a split second that they have to actually jump up on this block right here before the trapdoor below them falls out. But those are the changes that I made to this system. It's working probably like 95% of the time now. I also went around and lit up a couple more caves to get better rates, and along with that I added one more layer up there, so things are working very nicely now. And down here are where the zombies are going, and they just kind of burn, and here are the creepers, and you can see there's a fair bit of them. So things are working nicely. To start things out today, though, we need to make it so that when zombies are on their way over here, once we get a bunch of zombies over here and we get, you know, one in there and one in there, we need the rest of the zombies to start getting killed because we don't want them, you know, starting to build up back there or fill up down here. And there's really no point once they're in here to not kill the rest of them because, you know, if they fill up in there and I don't come over here to shoot them for a while, then, you know, there's no point to just have a bunch building up. So we're going to take care of that right here, and my idea is that when both of these redstone signals go off, so there's one of these on each side, we're going to pull the redstone signal over here, and when that redstone signal triggers, and both of them are triggered, it's going to let out lava, and that's going to be really easy to do actually because we can just use an AND gate. I don't know, I think I'm going to have to go grab a sign, but other than that we should have pretty much everything. I may also need a repeater. I don't know how far we need to bring these redstone signals, but we're going to start out with that because that's something really easy to do. So I think we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we're probably going to need a repeater. 11. And I'm trying to think of where the best way to actually set up the gate is. Because it's a little awkward. One of these is going to have to get run under the other one. And I'm thinking it might be the best idea to bring this one over. So it looks like it is going to be nighttime soon, so we can run both of these out and then head back inside real quick, grab a sign, grab some repeaters, and take a quick nap so that we can get the best rates for the actual mob spawner. But we're going to bring them over here, and I do have lava on me, and pretty much all we're going to do is just have one lava stream that should just kill them right in here. And there's a couple things that we can do to actually make sure they die. We can stop them in a lava stream. We can just send them through the lava. So we will look at that, but we're going to go inside right now and get the rest of the stuff. There's so much stuff that I need for today's episode that I actually couldn't remember, nor do I have enough inventory space for all of it, which is a little bit unfortunate, but there's not much that I can do about that. Can't expand my inventory that much, aside from getting an engineer's toolbox. So I have my signs right here. We'll just grab those. And what else did I say I needed? I needed repeaters. We have repeaters too. Awesome. So we got everything we need now. And I almost forgot to sleep, so I'm really excited to see this final like product kind of and how it works because everything seems like it should work, but putting it together is another story, seeing if that actually will function. So I'm pretty excited for that. Also, this is probably like one of the biggest projects I've done in Minecraft in a really long time, so pretty excited. So we're gonna need to, I'll put a repeater like right maybe like right here. I guess we can start digging it down. We can dig it down right here. So we'll start bringing it down here, and it's gonna have to go relatively deep because the channel that we're kind of bringing it through is pretty deep too. So let's see about right here if we dig over and then across. Okay, so we do hit this here, and this is almost going below it. So it needs to actually go down one more. See, so yeah, this has to go relatively deep, which is why I was questioning if I wanted to do this or not. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. I want to put a repeater right here, and then I want to put a repeater right before. Yeah, because it's kind of in an awkward spot being with the stairs right here. So that'll reset it, and then we bring it down again and run it right below here. Oh, nice, we got some coal. Okay, so that's all we need there, and you can see that this system over here is getting even more guys, which is awesome. Ideally, I'll have like 5 to 10 layers up there, and I do have a lot more to light up. I am not nearly done lighting caves up, but for now, I think we should be good. And you know what? Actually, I should do this over here too. I should bring it down at least one over here just so that we can kind of cover it up and not have to worry about how it looks. So I can always half slab it right here if I really need to, or just bring this out one further, but I will dig it like this, and we're going to need to go a little bit deep underground just so that we can get the AND gate working. And if you guys don't know, and I'm sure you do, AND gates are pretty much what they sound like. It's a gate, so you need to have one signal and the other one going for it to actually function, and output a redstone signal. And OR gates would be, you need one or the other. And there's a bunch of other ones that I've seen, like NAND gates or NAND gates or XOR gates. I don't really know what those do, but I'm a novice when it comes to this. So I'm just going to clear out this area here so we have some room to actually work with. And I think we're actually going to need to set up 2 pistons because it just occurred to me that setting up 1 piston, although it would be able to extend lava, is not going to extend the second piston, which is going to stop them and make them stay in the lava while they burn. So we're going to have to do that. And then there's one other thing that I want to take care of, but I want to make sure that we're not getting too close to the actual stream because we need to curve, like this is where they're going to be coming through, and then we need to curve it around a little bit to hook it up back there. So they're going to be coming through. This is going to be like their height, so their head's going to be right here. So we're going to want the lava stream to probably come out. I don't know. Let's get the gate going first. So this is going to get brought over here, and one signal can go in on this side, and then we need to bring this signal over here around. So let's get down there. So it should be somewhere, I think it's on this block. So we're going to go out a little bit and over one eventually. And I think this is the coal that I hit. Yes, it is. Okay, so we're going to bring this around, and I'm going to put down a torch down here just on the off chance because it's going to get pretty dark eventually. So I need to get the redstone back out, and I got a bunch of zombie flesh in my inventory. Now we got to bring it back up here, so we kind of got to loop it around because I don't really feel like using torches right now. So it's pretty easy. Can loop it like this. Actually, maybe I should use torches. I don't know. We can go like this and loop it. Bring it up on the side. So it'll come up here and then like this and loop it around like that. Okay, so we should be good on this front, and I think the repeater should have reset it. I think I put one down here. If I didn't, I will put one down there. Oh gosh, I can't really like flip it though effectively. Yeah, okay, so I didn't put one down here. We'll put it like right there. The redstone. Go back up. Oh my gosh, so much running around. I really wish I had like ender pearls on me or something. Okay, so you're gonna have the setup like this, and you can do it like this, and we'll just put one torch. Oh, you know what? That's awkward. We need to do it like this. So you go like this, and then you got one torch, and then you got another block with this, and then you have a torch here. So pretty much, if both of these are powered, it'll turn off one torch, turn off the other torch, and if either of the torches are on, this torch will be off. But the minute both of these are off, so something's in both of those, this torch will turn on. And that'll be good because for the first piston, we're going to need, actually we want both of them. No, we're going to have to invert one. So the first piston is going to go right here, and this one's not going to need to be inverted, and it's going to be just a stone brick, and we're going to hook it up to this, like so. and pretty much this is going to go on, and this is going to extend. So the minute there's 2 in there, this is going to extend, and they're no longer going to be able to go through here. And then the next one is going to be right here, which is going to need to let out lava. So it's going to need to go, right. We could do it so that there's a block right here, and I actually want to make this stone brick just because, or I could actually make it just stone, regular stone. So there's going to be a block right there, and the lava is going to flow out this way. So I think we're going to want the lava to be right here. And yeah, we could do, no, we want the lava to be right here just because we don't want it interfering with the redstone. So we're going to put a piston right here, which will have a block here, and that'll extend, and we'll want it to be always extended until the redstone signal turns on. So we're going to need to invert the redstone signal for this one, and I'll use the stone brick for this. And the lava will go right here then, so we can kind of put these blocks around it. And we can fill this up on this side over here. And we need to put a sign down. Okay, so we're going to put... Oh, you know what the problem is? There's going to be water right here. Okay, guys, so we're back, and I'm pretty sure I know what I'm going to be doing, but first things first, I keep hearing these guys over here, and I'm not realizing that a ton of them are building up, and so I don't know what I'm going to do when I actually need to kind of open this up and get them to the part where I'm going to kill them, but I'm really not looking forward to that, because that right there is just death. And yeah, these zombies during the day, it's really weird, because some of them just die, and then I sometimes hear like armor break, because they're burning in the sun. And then they die, so it's pretty weird when I'm working over here, but I think I know what I'm going to do. So I went in and I tested this out, and we're going to be putting a sign right here, and we're going to have the water stream carrying them over right here, and I think they're on conveyor belts right now. Conveyor belts, water, whatever we're going to do, we can make it interchangeable. I don't even think I have enough conveyor belts to actually just use conveyor belts. I think we're going to have to do like half and half, and it's going to look really weird, but whatever. Who doesn't love half and half in their coffee? But so what we're going to be doing, and this is a little bit more complicated than I'd like it to be. So if we were to break both of these torches, it would pretty much be that you could see what this would be like when it's on. So this would extend, and we're going to have water down here, and of course the lava up here, and I need to wire this over. I think it'll actually be relatively easy. So, we're a little bit constricted for space, so I might want to do it, trying to think how I want to do this. So I guess we could do it like this, and then this block right here will have a torch on it, and yep, and then probably going to want to do one of these. So we're going to want to set a delay on these. I think this should work, where, let's take a look. Oh wait, that's not, okay, so that right there is extended like that. So then if we were to break, we only need to use one of these. Okay, so it's like that, and then... No, okay, so we want it the other way around. So this one, we don't want a delay on this side. We want a delay on the other side. And the reason behind it is because the lava that's going right here is going to take time to disappear when you cover it with a block right here. And I want to get the timing right. So I guess I could just throw the lava down right now, and we could actually do some testing, because there's no water or anything here that it's going to mess with. And you know what we're going to do first is we're going to take a nice piece of glass, and we're going to waste one, and we're going to put the other piece right there, just so that while I'm walking over here, we're not getting hit by it. So the lava stream works well and good, and I think delay on this might be enough, just like 3. So I think that's what we want. It's going to be hard to tell. Okay, so you'll see it lets it out. Okay, everything's good. Okay, so that lava's not able to go anywhere, like anything happens with that. So that should be good right there. So this whole system actually should be working. So let's just verify one last time. So that'll go out. The zombies that are there should get pretty well burnt. It'll be a little bit weird if it catches a zombie like right there. But it shouldn't be too much of an issue, because I am going to come up with a plan if zombies do get through there. There is another portion of this system for that. So we're going to put these back, and the only time we'll actually really be able to see... Oh, they're going for the villager. If this system's working is actually when we test it out. But I did have to drop this down one, so now we can go over and get some more water from this. I'm actually running out of water in there really quickly, but We're going to put water right here, and eventually we might need to bring them up one more now just to even it out with the system over here. But now the important thing is we're going to cover up this wiring on the side, and we're going to get it so that we can actually get the zombies back over here to the area that actually lets them in. So we're going to cover this up, and we're going to extend this wall by 1 just to make things a little bit easier. So extend this by 1, and bring this one out by 1 again, and cover these up then too. And that whole pit area we'll leave open for now, just so that we can get down there if we need to. And it should be okay. Nothing should be coming above ground. Awesome. So the zombies are going to be coming from here, and we need to kind of loop them around. So I think the best way to loop them around would be over here, and I'm just going to use this to kind of path out where I want to go. The main thing is I'm worried about running into that redstone that I just worked with. So maybe we extend it forward a little bit more, actually. Maybe we keep them going forward here, keep it going forward, and then cut through, like, right here, I think is probably a good spot. So we'll keep them going forward like this, and then we'll cut through right here, and we should be able to easily go below the redstone if we just go through, like, right here. Oh, okay, so that was redstone right there, but we're going to be even lower than that, so I'm going to have to fix that, but we're going to cut through like this. And it's going to be even a little bit lower. I can actually probably bring them up at this point, just using some stairs. But I'm going to have to fix the redstone that was here. It's got a repeater. So we got to get out of here. What's a good way? We'll pillar up right now. I really need my scaffolding. I always say that. I always am like, oh yeah, need my scaffolding. Forgot my scaffolding. I have like 6 blocks. It's like aluminum scaffolding. And of course, the first thing that I actually ran out of was aluminum. Like that was the first metal that I ran out of. But I used it for scaffolding. It was great. Okay, so over here, they actually need to go in. Where do we input them over here? I forget. We have them coming in somewhere along this over here. Let's see if we can find where the actual input area is without breaking any redstone. Okay. Okay, so they go in right here. So this is where they're entering. And then you step on this, and that's what allows them to, quickly go in there. One at a time. So that's all good, and now we can see that we want it to come back this way, and let's just kind of fill this in so we get a general idea of where we're trying to go. So we're trying to bring this back. So we actually probably want to bring this over one more, just because it's going to be right next to the redstone right now, so the redstone will actually be like showing in there. So we're going to want it to be like that, and then cover this up a little bit more. And kind of drag it all the way back over here until we're at the point where so they should meet right here. This is where they would meet. And we can actually link this up pretty easily. We can kind of jump down here and start going. I think this should be low enough. Yep, okay, so this is exactly where it needs to be. And then we can dig this out. I have not enchanted my pick, and I actually died earlier when I was working, and I lost all my levels, so we're stuck with the slow pick. And right now, like the work I'm doing right now would not even be good if I had the drill, because it would be doing like a 3x3 by 1 kind of area. So we want them to come here, and we can elevate them probably right here. It's probably a safe bet to elevate them. Or maybe we'll do it right here so they're not around a corner. Nope, you know what? We'll do it before they get there, just because I don't want it to be cramped there. I know I'm really decisive. I think we can do it with stone brick slabs. I don't think it matters if it's stairs or not. And you just do the sign behind it. I haven't done this in a really long time. But I think you do the sign, and then it comes here, and then you put another block right up here, and it kind of sucks them up over this and brings them here. So we're going to be using water all throughout here, just because this would be a lot of conveyor belts. And, oh, this is where I pillared up. Okay, awesome. So we can get out like this now. And we're going to have to grab the water from over here, and then we actually need to go and refill this, which is interesting. I didn't think I'd be using it that fast. So we're going to bring them up here once, and then we're going to do it again. So let's let this extend out to like right here, and let's verify that this whole thing is going to work. So sign there, slab goes down here, and then, is that how it was? No, it was, sign is behind the slab. That's right, that's right. Okay, so sign back here, and then does it work without stairs? It should, it looks like it does. I want to verify that I actually get sucked up in there. Okay. And up we go. Okay, so awesome. So it carries us through here. And and then, of course, we can easily fix this break right here with a conveyor belt. That's why I love them. go on the conveyor belt. It seems like monsters can fight the conveyor belts better than water. But one break in them shouldn't matter, because if a guy comes behind them, it'll immediately push them off anyway. So it's not that big of a deal. And I'm just going to use this to get up over here again. And we can get one last thing. I don't think there's any left in this. Yeah, so we're going to break this, and we're going to go take some time to go over and get some water. What do I want? We'll get rid of the flint. Haha, flint water. It's not funny. It's horrible, actually. If you guys don't know. It's on the news, or it was. We won't get into that. I was going to say a political joke, but most people probably would just find it stupid. And I also don't want to ever get into like politics or religion on my channel, so we'll stray away from that for the time being. Don't worry. It was a Hillary Clinton joke. Haha. Okay, so those guys are still hanging out over there, trying to get at him. Okay, so we come along here. Everything's good. And then we got to put down some more water right over here. And this will carry him over to this. And it gets really close. Oh, it gets so very close. But we got to put down another conveyor belt. And we got to go up and get some more water. Okay. The only time I miss having like 5 buckets on me is right here. And then it goes right there. And then we bring it up again. And put the water right there. And this should work. Yes, it does. Conveyor belts would be very easy to elevate mobs, I think, but I'm not sure how mobs interact with actually going diagonally up conveyor belts, so I don't really want to use that. I'll stick with water. And ooh, that's weird. Ooh, that's very weird. Okay, I might want to actually extend this one more over here, just so that the water ends perfectly. So I think what we're going to do is this. We'll break this, and we'll just kind of move it one further. I don't care if it's at the corner now. So the slab will go there, sign will go here, and water will go here. And I probably should have destroyed this sign first. But there we go. We got the sign. And now it works perfectly. So it runs them perfectly in there, and all the items are going to get sucked onto the conveyor belt. But it works good. So that should be okay. Fight the current, and we can now cover this up. And this actually should be working, except for there's one other thing that I kind of want to do. So I want to see if it'll work. So let me cover this up with a bunch of stone. And I did mention, yeah, so that should be high enough right there. And this should all be good down here. All good. And we'll be able to tell if there's a problem, if things just aren't getting to where they need to be over here. But the one other thing that I wanted to do was the stream should end somewhere over here, right? Yes, it does. Okay, so they come in here, and then they get into either one of these, and eventually then that will lock these doors, and this whole area will open up, and they'll be able to come down here. So one thing that there's an option to do is just do it so that any zombie that comes down here just goes straight into lava. They just get lava in the face. That actually is probably the easiest way. I probably should have thought about that before. So now I need to find some quick lava. There's not going to be any quick lava around here. That's unfortunate. I was going to loop it in circles, but now I'm thinking that I could probably just use lava. So I might just run. Ooh, I wonder if I get far enough away if those guys will despawn. Like if I'm going to get far enough away. So if we can go downstairs, we can take a trip down to the basement, and we can get some lava. And when I say basement, I mean basement, because we're a basement dweller. And we can get some lava, and it'll essentially just, that stream will push them into lava, and they'll die. So if anything extra gets through there, or anything makes it by our initial lava trap to kill them, there will be lava at the end. And I know I could do lava for both of them, but the end trap is going to be very crude. I kind of wanted to loop them back around. I guess, oh yeah, there's lava right here. So the main reason though that I'm doing this, and I'm just realizing this now, I'm a good on-the-spot thinker, but it's not actually true, but that whole, like, the loop that they would be doing would be constantly triggering that redstone circuit to let the trapdoor like flip really quick and let them through. But if we kill them at the end, we only want 1 or 2 extra, like, triggering that redstone. And I'll show you guys what I mean when I get back out here, but we want to avoid as much redstone happening repeatedly as we can. And I am out of food, mainly just because it would lag you if it was just repeatedly going. Ooh, and it looks like the stuff did despawn a little bit. So this might be the perfect time to actually open it up. Did it despawn? Nothing there, nothing there. Awesome. Okay, so what I was saying is the redstone that is over here, it's kind of like back here, that redstone will just keep going if stuff is circling through. And so I don't want that actually firing. So if we have lava at the end, it'll only go once or twice for an extra 1 or 2 zombies that get through, and then it'll stop. So I think right here we're going to want to use water again, and I actually need to get more water once we put the lava down, but I'm thinking water will bring them over, and then the water will just stop right here, and they will get pushed down into lava. And this is, oh, this is so dangerous. I'm going to have to put a block over this. But they'll get pushed. I think if we put the lava right here, that's the best bet. And I'll put glass over this so I know what's going on down there and don't step in it. And then I'll break that once we get the water. But we'll put a sign right there, and then the water will push them. Because like I said, I think they can fight the current a little bit better. It's not even a current, but like the pushing that's going on when you have a conveyor belt. So they'll go right there, and it'll push them in, and then they'll fall into the lava and die. And that's what will happen. So we can break that now. And this whole system should be done. So I'll leave this open so that we can verify that it works. And then I will break all these blocks. I didn't actually need to do that. Now I got to get down there and break this block. But we'll break these. And I'm thinking we'll just use conveyor belts for this portion of it. To get them over here. Or no, I'm going to use water. I'm going to use water because it's a little bit better. Please don't let any of them spawn. Please, 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 please. Okay, so the water will be right here, and it'll push them. Yeah, okay, so that's what we want. It pushes them right there, and then if they were to trigger it, the lava will come out. If not, they'll be fine. So now it comes down to just getting zombies to spawn, and stuff is spawning in there. So we'll get to see, and I want to cover this up correctly. So yeah, like this, it should be good. And then I don't really care if they're jumping, they'll get pushed along, so I'm not going to worry about keeping the roof low for them, but we'll do it like that, and hopefully it works. So now it's just a matter of zombies actually going through this whole system, but we actually should be able to see them pop up over there the minute that it happens. So we can cover this back up, and I actually don't need to worry about this anymore. I just need to remember that we do have a bunch of stuff underground here. So ooh, do I see a zombie? Oh, it's a zombie, please. Oh, okay, it did. You saw it? Okay, so it should be going through this whole system. So it should actually make its way over here, which is going to be awesome. I'm super excited to see this. And hopefully more zombies come too so we can see if the lava works. But it should make its way into the first one. And we should see this whole system fire over here once it gets down there. We can see it going on our mini-map if you watch it. It's somewhere right along here right now. And it should keep coming. Very slow, but it's underground right now. Very, very slow. Gosh, this is so very slow. But I really want to see that this works. Before we move on to anything else, I want to verify that this works. And I don't know if he's trying to fight the current, but he should be going around the corner right about now. Yep. This system will trigger in a second. We'll listen for the trapdoor thing. Okay. Okay, so it should have let him through. Shouldn't go again. And you should pop up in this one. Oh my gosh, it worked, guys. Oh, see, so there is a little bit of an issue that I ran into with these, where they jump up and down like that. So a good way to fix that would be to kind of like make a piston extend at the bottom. Because the way they jump, sometimes they jump so high that they go out the bottom. But we now have a shooting range. So we got our zombie there. And if another one were to spawn, it would fill in the second one. And then the rest of them would get killed. So I think that is super awesome. And the minute it becomes day, they're going to burn because there's no roof on this. But that is fine there. And now we kind of have the whole shooting range portion done. So what I want to do is kind of make an outline for this, because we need to finish now with the creepers, because the creepers are what are going to get you the ammunition. We already have more creepers down there. Yay. But let's kind of extend this, and this is where we'll call it quits. Oh gosh, that is so loud when that keeps triggering, so I do need to fix this eventually. Yeah, so the pistons keep triggering because this thing is going up and down in here. And he's like jumping. And that's really bad if another zombie goes in there. when he's jumping, because it could put 2 of them in the same area, because it means that the piston's not going to be triggered. So I will need to make it so a block pushes out below him, I think. Yeah, you can see that, like, see how it opens, like, for a split second? Okay, so that is one problem with that. But, let's just try to ignore that. I'm going to turn the, volume down a little bit, just in general. I don't even know. I think that'd be under blocks. So we'll turn that down. So, we're setting these up right here. And it's pretty much to do so that, like, this is the front, and then we're going to have, like, this is where you kind of, like, stand to shoot at them, and then it's going to come out even further, and we're going to bring the creepers right over here, and we're going to make it so that they fall into a chute, and then you just flip a lever, and you have a piston crush them until they die, and then you unflip the lever, and it's done. And you can see that some baby zombies get in here. That's going to be an issue, because baby zombies do not work with this system, but I have not come up with a good way to filter them out yet, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I will deal with that off camera. I'm just getting the big picture stuff done today. So this is going to be the whole front, and I'm just going to do it like this and make a really crude kind of opening right in the center, just so that we know where the door is. We'll make it a 3 wide. So I want the creepers to come right over here. So this block right here is where I want the creepers to land. So we're going to put glass right here in the front and bring kind of this up a little bit. So this is where the piston's going to be extending here, and I'm pretty much just going to make it so we literally flip a lever and the piston extends. So the piston will go right here and put a block on it, and it'll just extend and it'll suffocate them. And that's how it's going to be. And then they'll drop their loot, and it'll probably be on a hopper. I'll make them stand on top of a hopper, which I need to grab. I have 9 hoppers. You know what? We'll use one of these for this. So break this, and I do have actually an extra chest over here. I was thinking I should break this chest earlier, but I never got around to it. Because, I mean, there's nothing in it. It's just been over here for no reason. So we'll pick this up, and we'll just ditch some cobble. I like having a lot of cobble, by the way, because it lets me kind of expand upon that. That's been the biggest, like, thing holding me up on expanding upon that, has been the lack of cobble that I have had. Okay, so that's going to be a hopper right there, which is going to extend to... I'll just make, like, a double chest right here, honestly. And it'll just kind of sit like this. Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. Yeah. Okay, so we'll just do a double chest there. And because it's glass on it, it'll be able to open. And then the hoppers shouldn't have an issue putting it into the chest because it's not a conveyor belt. So let's get this on that right there. And good. Okay, so this is going to have the gunpowder in it. And second chest will be right there. So they're going to come down here. And I want to extend this up like 1 more. Obviously, just so it's like they're actually getting dumped in there. And I haven't even set up the lever portion yet, but that's the whole general idea of how it needs to be set up. And now we actually need to bring them over from over here, because they get set right here, but I kind of want to loop it around so that we keep this open space right here. So we're going to dig down right here, and we're going to need to start bringing them up. And actually bringing them up is going to be really easy, because you can just do the water trick where they'll kind of go up in the water. So that's awesome. So how deep down is that? So that's 1, 2, 3. I think that's 4. So 1, 2, 3. So the creepers should be here. So if we were to break this, I should see their feet. Yes. Okay. So that's where they are. Not going to break this because I don't want to have their faces right in mine. But essentially we can do it so we get some water right here. And oh, I didn't think this through. I didn't think it through at all, guys. Okay. So we'll break this, and we kind of got to dig our way out of this. As per usual, we got to dig our way out. But we'll set up the things so that they keep jumping in the water and eventually bring themselves up. So water right there, and I'll just put stone bricks around here just to make it look a little bit nicer. When we're working, we'll know kind of where we're working. Okay, so stone bricks, and I got to make some more. There we go. Okay, so there we go, and 1 more sign, and we'll get another water, and then 1 more sign, and that'll be the water stream. So it should come up this way. And then they'll get right up here, and we'll go, I think I said we'll go 1 more. This shouldn't interfere, I don't think, with this area over here. We'll see if there's any issue with the creepers. Man, they just go straight for that villager. Wow. I think this shouldn't interfere with the creepers wanting to run over in this direction. If it does, though, we'll have to look into changing this a little bit. You know what? Actually, we'll do it like this. Just so that we don't have, or so we get as little interference as possible. This will be where the water stops, and it'll go out like this. So it'll extend out like this, and we're going to want to push them over this direction, so we'll do it like that. And I'm just outlining this in stone brick so it looks a little bit nicer, and just so that I kind of know where I'm working if I ever am digging around here. So it's going to be like this, come over here, and we're going to need to elevate them a little bit more. I want to know if creepers are coming out of there, but bring them over here. Oh, okay, so the water stops there, which is unfortunate, but I think we can get away with conveyoring them, the last two. And we gotta hammer those because they are facing the wrong direction. This would look so disgusting if someone were to, like, come down here. Oh, we don't even need one here. We literally only need one conveyor belt. Wow, okay. So we're gonna do another sign, and then we're gonna do more water, and we're gonna bring them up even more and then dump them out there. So sign, and we gotta do sign again. Yeah, because they're not coming straight up. And, oh man, it's out of water again. Wow. Okay, we're using a lot of water here. We're going to do it like that. And I forgot to replace these with stone bricks, but whatever. So we'll kind of cover this up. And the normal cover would be right here. So we'll just cover this the whole way. For some reason, I can't place blocks. But whatever. So we'll cover that, and we don't need one right here. Hopefully the creepers are still coming out. I'd like to see some spawn. If I hear it trigger, then I'll come over here. Ooh, potato. I think we should be okay, though. So they'll come over here, and we don't need this here. And then there'll be another chute, of course, right here. So, yeah, so it'll be like this. And that dude is still triggering that. We need to bring them up so that they can dump in right here. So we want them to go like this, and this needs to extend over. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. My video recording went on so long that the file, or the place I was recording them to, actually got filled up. So I had to take a little bit of a break so that the FPS wouldn't keep dropping. But we need to fill this up like once or twice more. So I'm just going to fill it up like once and hope that it's enough. We probably need 2 more. But yeah, the last portion we need to do is pretty much just get them up this chute right here, which I don't know why I completely filled in, like, to start. But oh gosh, no, that's not what we want there. That is not what we want. Okay, so we want a sign there, right there. And we want water right there. Oh, that's so awkward. Because now they're gonna... Oh, why does it have to be like this? Why? I guess we could honestly drop it down one. I don't think it needs to be up that high. Yeah, we could just drop it down one, I guess. Oh, please tell me there's no redstone that's gonna hit. I really don't want that to hit any redstone. Oh, but we got the piston right there. Okay, so maybe we do need to keep bringing it up. Let's get rid of this water right here. And I'm trying to think of how we want to do this. So we're out of stone bricks again, which is unfortunate on so many levels. But we actually do, I think, need to bring it up one more. Unfortunately, I didn't realize the piston was going to be right there. So I think we do need to keep it up here. And it actually shouldn't be that bad, I think. So we have the water there, and they'll jump up from that. And then do we do like... Do I want to do... We could always do this. So we go like this, and then it pushes it there. And we could honestly do the cheesy thing right here, I think. So break this, do this, this, and give me the half slab. We'll use this one like that, and the sign, and we'll actually elevate them literally right here. We're going to elevate them, and then this will be another sign right here, and they'll get pushed off into that. So we just need one more bucket of water, and then we should be good. I could have just extended it all up one, and we wouldn't have had to deal with that, but where's the fun in that? There is no fun in that. Correction. Okay. So the system is almost done, guys. I know this is a super long video. Hopefully I'm not boring any of you guys if you stuck around this whole time. But we'll do this. So that's right there. And then this goes right here. It should connect these and push them into that. Okay, so let's fight the current to get down here. Everything should be good. The only thing left to do is to break the... you know what? We're men. We're men. I don't want to deal with this. We're men. It looks like it's right, but it's not. But yeah, I don't want to deal with this, so we got a bunch of creepers down here too to test it. That's awesome. Okay, so we're going to casually break this. I'm going to find a safe way to break this. Oh yeah, see, it's awkward because there's the elevator there. Oh, I didn't think about that. We're going to need to put down one more sign somewhere. So we need to get down there, like face level down there. So this is going to be the creepers' faces right here. And the sign needs to go there. Okay. And then I need to get something down here to protect me from them. And I want to back up one more before we do this. And we're going to break this, and they're going to go after us. Do I want a bucket of water for over here? I think that might be our best bet right now. I want to use a conveyor belt eventually, but I also want to use water because I can easily place the water down to get them to move over into the water stream, but I can't do that with the conveyor belt because I need to be able to click on it correctly. So we're going to do this. You guys will see what I mean in a second. So we come down here, and I'm going to break this, and the creepers are all going to... No. Okay. Well, guys, we're screwed. We're screwed. We're screwed. Okay. This should fix it momentarily. Fix it. Fix it. Oh, gosh. Okay, so we gotta get down here really quick and fix this before they... I don't know why I even hit escape there. Like, it was going downhill anyway. So the water stream needs to carry them up right here. And there needs to be another sign that goes down. Please do not let a creeper come down here. Oh, gosh. We could just do this. We could do this. I don't have any other block on my hotbar. Oh, God. Okay, so we'll do this. And I need to put a sign down below it. Oh, gosh. Okay, thank God I put that there because there's another creeper. I can hear him. Okay, so this should clean it up. Yes, it's relatively clean. It looks disgusting, but it's clean. Okay, so like that. And this will carry them up right here and carry them over. And now we need to cover up this. Cover up the ceiling. I wasn't thinking that they explode that close to you. And then we're going to conveyor belt them over here. So like this. And like that. And then like that. And then we got to cover this area up. And then cover that up. And then we're going to break that. And we're going to quickly place this back down. And then I think we're safe. So there we go. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're okay. They should fall in here. There does... Yeah, we're missing a couple pieces of glass up there. But aside from that, yeah, it looks like it's working fine. So we got the glass. And I got to get back up there a little bit more. Because we need to... We'll use cobble because I'm going to need that stone brick. So I'm going to have glass right there. And then just so I don't have one walk out in my face... Okay. Okay. Jesus. That was really rough. Okay. So, yeah, we do have a bunch of creepers there. Ooh, okay, so we got both of them, and you can hear the lava moving. So if I fix that so they're not constantly jumping up, it will be how it needs to be. Awesome. So that proves that it works, and we can shoot both of them in the head. Awesome. Now all we need to do is get the lever set up so that we can just flip the lever and trigger the piston. So I think it should be as simple as just doing this and making a lever. Do I have a lever on me? What is shooting me? Oh my gosh. Oh man. He's going to be in there now. Okay, that's not the worst thing in the world, but he is going to be in there because he saw me and he got aggroed on me. So that's a thing. But we are going to come back in here and we're going to get a lever. And that's going to be it. Okay, this should finish the episode for today, guys. We're running out of food. We're probably approaching like 45 minutes to an hour at this point of me rambling and building on this thing. So, hopefully you guys don't mind, like I said. I find it interesting. I don't know if you guys do, but I really am enjoying working on this. And although there are some hardships when it comes to it, it's pretty nice. And then they'll die. And we can collect all of their nice loot down below, like so. And then we open it back up, and they can fall in again. Awesome. So the thing is done, guys. The only piece of the puzzle left is this trapdoor right here, and I think I'm just going to make the skeletons fall into lava because I actually don't need any of their bows or arrows at this point or anything like that. So eventually I may crush them just to get some bone meal, but for the time being, I don't need any of their stuff, so, you know, I'm okay with just putting them in lava. So that will finish off this whole system, and I think it's pretty awesome, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments if you have any improvements. I do know already the stuff that I need to change. I commented on it in the video, but I will kind of put a roof on this and everything, and then next episode we might mess around with some of the weapons. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know there might have been some noise from my heater in the background during the video, but there's not much I can do about that. It was like -30 here last night, and it's going to be like -20 here tonight with wind chill. So I have the heater on, and yeah, that's just going to be that. But thanks for watching. Like I said, if you found the video helpful or entertaining in any way, feel free to give it a like. It helps me out a lot, and I will talk to you guys later.